Which way is gravity? Well, hi, I'm Nick Shell. I'm the internet receding hairline guy. Here is the title of this video. If only I had better hair, ... Well, let's imagine that. If you're watching this, either you have a receding hairline, you're losing your hair, you're balding, you're thinning, you're noticing something changing with your hair, but there's less of it somehow, or you fear that there will be. So this has preoccupied your thoughts enough for you to watch this video. So therefore you fall into some kind of category to where some part of your time and energy is spent thinking about this, right? So could we just translate that into saying this? If only I had better hair. So whether that means fuller hair, a better, what do you call it, hairline, or even like me, even before I started losing my hair, I thought, man, if only my hair was like a little bit more wavy, then I wouldn't have to put any pomade in it, and it would just like maybe like a little bit more curly hair or whatever. So as a man, I think there's a good chance, it's safe to say, that you've thought that. Well, if only I had more hair, thicker hair, better hair, right? You've thought that, right? I have to assume that you've thought that before. I have to assume that that thought is part of maybe even your daily life. If only I had better hair. So my question is, finish that sentence. What would happen? How would your life benefit if you had better hair? If you had more hair, thicker hair, better hairline, all of the above, any of the above, what would happen if you did? How would your life be better? If only I had better hair, then, if only I had more hair, then, finish that sentence. What would happen to you? What benefits would you have? Okay, let's think about that for just a moment. Okay, I'm wondering what you're gonna say. Would you help me out by putting in the comments so I would know what in the back of your mind you think that you're missing out on? Because you're implying that you don't have something in your life based on your limitations on your hair, or you fear that you will. I mean, you could be 16 years old and not even experience any thinning right now, but still thinking, yeah, but when I'm 20 or 25 or 30, then I will have less hair, and then I'll be held back in life because of this one thing. So here's how it's gonna limit me. That's what I wanna know. If only you had more hair, then what would you have? I wanna know the answer to that, because you know me. You know how I am. When I get on a new point, I keep doing new videos from basically a different angle, but it's ultimately the same thing that I keep on and on until I juice it for all it's worth, right? And right now I'm still led to believe that the answer is confidence. If only I had better hair, I'd have more confidence. Now please, tell me other answers so I can talk about them, but I'm not really seeing anything pop up. It seems that ultimately, if you had more hair, you'd be more confident. And so that takes us to the next point. Well, if you had more confidence because you had more hair, or if you had more, whatever that thing you think that you need, let me just name out crazy things. If only I had more hair, I'd have a girlfriend, a wife, a better job, more respect, a better car. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things that could possibly fill in that gap. Remember, we're looking at the psychology of, if only I had better hair, thicker hair, more hair, then I would have confidence, a wife, a car, a better job, more respect, whatever thing you need to put in here. I'm bringing the camera back to make room for all of those things. Because if you had more hair in your mind, you're thinking if you had more hair, then you'd have those things. You'd have access to those things. Basically, you're locked out from these things because of your lack of hair, right? That's what you believe. That's what I'm thinking, that people think that, because I'm thinking that I had been guilty in the past before I overcame my insecurities about my hair, that I believe that I was missing out on things, or that I would miss out in the future if I didn't have hair. So what we're saying is that there's things that you want in your life that you can't have simply because of your hair. If you had the hair that you needed, you'd be able to have those things. Okay? Now you know what I'm going to say. You know that I'm going to say, with the hair that you've already got or don't have, that you can still get those things just as easily. And I don't see any reason why you can't have those things with the hair you do or do not have. And even fast forward this, 20 years into the future for you, when assumingly you're going to have less hair. I still think there's nothing keeping you from getting those things as it relates to your hair. I'm thinking those things that you want in your life, you're not getting for other reasons. Now, yeah, I can generically say confidence is what you're missing, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's life experience, maybe it's education. Those are things too that generically fall into the category of confidence, because when you have life experience, when you have education, then sure, you get confidence. To me, it's all those things. Those are the things that made me more confident when I turned age 30 until the age of 34, 35. That's when I probably learned the most about life, is during those years. That's when I gained the most confidence. So ultimately, if you're allowing yourself to believe that you're missing out on life to any degree because you don't have the hair that you wish that you had, because you look at Leonardo DiCaprio or whoever it is that has this perfect head of hair that you see, and you think, man, if I had that kind of hair, then I could have this. I'm thinking that's a lie that you're allowing yourself to believe. That's what I'm thinking. So please prove me wrong. Please leave comments proving to me that I'm wrong. Please prove to me that your hair is actually holding you back from having certain things. Otherwise, I'm led to believe I'm right. And let's just admit it, I've kind of been accused of, being a little bit conceited or full of myself, believing too much about in myself. Okay, prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong and show me how you've actually missed out, or you're going to definitely miss out on something in life of value because you don't have the hair that you want as a guy. I'm convinced that you're not missing out on life, and that you won't miss out on life because of your hair not being perfect compared to whoever else it is. Okay? So, please participate. Please help me out. Prove to me that I'm somehow wrong about this, because otherwise, I believe that you're locking yourself out of these things simply because you're looking at your hair and thinking that's holding you back. My hair hasn't held me back from anything, nor will it ever. If I'm completely bald in 5 years, still have the same opportunities before. I think in reality, what holds you back in life is life experience, education, confidence, things like that, but not your hair. Prove me wrong. I'm Nick Shell, the Internet Receding Hairline Guy.